No, you. Wow.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a special presentation of JCTV. This is the Galaxy Cup Series Daytona 500. My name is Chris Graham. It is a pleasure to have you joining us this evening. 200 laps around the world's center of speed. The Galaxy Cup Series. Welcome also our viewers who are tuning in on the National Racing Network. We're pleased to step in here and pick up the production on this one about as late as you could possibly pull it off. Field's coming around. They have gotten the 1 to go signal. Let's real quickly get you through the starting lineup. Nick Pellier and Terry Cooper will make up the front row for this one. Starting in row number 2, going to be Cameron Caldwell and Brian Mabry. Talia Polito, Jonathan Medeiros in row 3. Brett Bennett, Randy Drumhiller, Brandon Figula, and Eric Wineland round out the top 10. Jason Taylor, Dallas Pataska going to complete the field. And it is time to go racing here at Daytona. Trial of green flag in the air. We are underway. Kelly's going to have a whole bunch of help here from Cameron Caldwell on his back bumper into turn 1. They'll be the early race leaders. We'll tell you some of the storylines here. The Galaxy Cup Series really a neat league to get the partner up here with. Getting ready to see lap number 1 in the books. Several different teams run in this league, and we'll tell you about them over the course of the evening here. But lap number 1 of 200 going up on the board, and no surprises. Everybody pretty clean and green here at the front of the field. 3 stages will be run tonight at 65 and 130 laps. 35 to 38 laps is the fuel window. Tire wear not really going to be an issue, but heat in the tires is definitely going to be one. Oh, big wiggle there out of the 12 at Caldwell. He's going to slide to the inside. You can't pass below the double yellow line. That's why Caldwell's going to fall back here just a little bit. Entering turn 3, had a new race leader, Talia Polito, but here comes Tellier back to the inside. By 2 down the back straightaway. Everybody else letting just a little bit of a gap back there as Brett Bennett, that Baylor University number 45, going to make his way down the side. Not quite close, a whole little bit of trouble. Saw some smoke back in the pack. Through the 31-degree banking of turns 1 and 2. Oh, big shot there. Elliott is going to have to fall to the inside, and he is going to get absolutely freight trained. Second time we've seen that happen so far. New duo at the front of the field. It's Ippolito and Bennett. It's going to be 45.08, the best lap time for Ippolito. Everybody going to be in the low 45s. Couple of cars in the low, almost mid 44s. We can expect to see a ton of this the next 194 laps at the World Center of Speed. We didn't even get time to put together the full intro and all this stuff on this one, but let's give you a couple of the storylines to keep an eye on here. The Galaxy Cup Series has a 4-car limit per team, and that does play a little bit of a factor here in how these cars are going to get lined up. Obviously, the teams are going to work together, but several of them have taken the whole 23XL / Joe Gibbs racing idea here, where it's not really a team, but it's about as close as you're going to get to a team. We'll run you through those here. We have Team Piston Broke. Josh Coppernoll, Ryan Samuelson, Alex Princeton going to be the 3 on the main team there. They also have what they're calling an R&D team. Piston Broke R&D, 95 Nolan Hodgson, and the 88 of Andrew Russo. Radius Racing with a total of 7 drivers entered under the Radius Racing banner. Cam Caldwell in the 12, Brian Mabry's number 3, Terry Cooper in the 25, and Kyle Lamon in the 84. The Radius R&D team, the 10 of Alonzo Chicano, Mike Tellier in the 53, and Dakota Knoll in the 55. Also, Dynamic Autosports, Josh Campbell, Dallas Pataska, and Dave Hughes Jr. making up that team. Spartan Sim Racing, the 85 of John Madero, 78 of David Duke, 4 of Thomas Rutherford, and the 81 of Justin Boyles. That's going to run through some of the main teams. Also, the DOS Racer team, the 32 of Jake Hickson, 19 of Ty Ippolito, and the 7 of Brandon Figolio. Field working around to complete lap number 8. There's also Black Flag Motorsports, the 65 of Sean O'Brien, the 11 of Jason Chambers, 36 of Dylan Prince, and the 96 of Dylan Schmidt. Within those teams, you also have some that are sort of forming almost alliances to work on shared setups and those kind of things throughout the season. That's going to be Spartan, DOS Racer, and the Dynamic team as well. Dynamic really could be the team to beat this season. One of the pieces of information that we got was Dallas Pataska is about as close as you can get to a pro iRacer without the pro label on the name. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Like we mentioned, tire wear is going to be good enough that it's not really an issue. The problem is going to be heat. Getting in and out of pit lane can be very, very tricky on hot tires. And again, we're looking at runs of anywhere from 35 to 38 laps. We see the 61 making a move way up to the outside, trying to get that airplane moving. That's Joshua Gaiman. Not getting any help, and he is going to head straight towards the back of the field. There's a couple of those team cars, the 7 of Brandon Figoli, the 23 of Dallas Pataska, making their way right to the front of the field. Jason Taylor in the 37, going to hold that line down to the inside. Field still by 2, 15 rows deep. Had a chance to run these Cup cars just before the server actually got kicked off. And the cars are very, very stable in the draft. You really can lean on each other a fair bit. You can see the bump drafting down the back straightaway. That push is huge, and these Cup cars punch a massive, massive hole in the air to the point that you can be almost a second back, and if you've got a little bit of help, you can absolutely come forward through to the front of the field. Top 8 started to break away just a little bit. That 61 of Gaiman heading up towards the outside retaining wall. Oh, big wiggle to the inside. That looked like Taylor. He's going to slide back through the field. You see all the way down on the apron. Oh, almost. Caught a car coming back up onto the racetrack. These 31-degree banked corners are a whole lot higher than you think. We saw one of the Air Titans have an issue the other night, not going fast enough and falling off the banking, basically. We will have a chance under caution to talk to some of our drivers that are competing in the race here. We do have an infield care center stationed up as well for anybody who wrecks and has to take the tow in or is out of the race early. Pataska still your race leader now. Lita all over his back bumper off at turn number 2. The team car is getting split up just a little bit. Already 14 laps in the books. We've been clean and green since the drop of the green flag. Incredible to see how stable these cars have been. I mean, seen a lot of wiggling out of them, but everybody really keeping things clean. Not a lot of bump drafting going on. Seen a little bit of it down the back straightaway. Through the tri-oval is where it can really become an issue. The car is at its most unsettled in the tri-oval. The setups are built to get through the back as quickly as possible. You mentioned that's 31 degrees. It's only 18-degree banking in the tri-oval. So the car does not ever get fully planted. When you make that contact, it can be just enough. The car's not settled enough on the right rear to really keep the thing from spinning out if you're going to attempt the bump draft. I don't think you're going to see much of that until we get later in the race here, but 17 laps in the books, and we are still under our initial green flag run. let's do this. They come around to complete lap number 20. We'll give you a chance here to boot it up to 50. You can enjoy the sound of these 550 horsepower motors.